Hi, loves, and welcome to the very first episode of Nightcaps with Sobie. I am so grateful you're here with me tonight. This podcast isn't about being perfect, and I'm going to make my mistakes, to be honest, because this is my first time making a podcast. Disclaimer. So, once again, this podcast isn't about being perfect or polished. It's about creating a space where you can unwind, listen, and maybe take in something that speaks to your soul. Think of it as a little nightcap before bed. Not a drink, but a sip of comfort and inspiration for your soul. So, I've always felt called to share, to speak, and to help others. Not like an influencer or someone telling you what to do, but more like a voice in the dark that reminds you you're not alone. I know what it feels like to struggle. I've been there, done that. To search for meaning, to want change, and not always know where to start. And that's why this podcast was born. This is for those of you who are healing, who are growing, who are awakening to your true self. It's for the ones who have felt silent or unseen, even those who have been unheard. Here, you have a place with me. No judgment. Tonight, I want to talk about the power of the small step. Sometimes we think change has to be big, like moving mountains. But in reality, it starts with the tiniest shift. Choosing peace instead of reacting. Taking a small breath instead of rushing. Saying yes to rest instead of pushing yourself past your limits. Healing isn't loud. Trust me. It's not always visible to the world. But every time you take a step, no matter how small, you're moving closer to who you're meant to be. And even with one little step, you'll see a big difference. And even if no one else sees it, you will feel it. And that's all that really matters. And here's the beauty. Every small step you take sends a ripple into the lives of others. By healing yourself, you give silent permission for someone else to heal too. That's why I believe in showing up. Even if I reach just one person at a time. Because one is enough. One becomes two. Two becomes 10. And before you know it, there's a wave of healing moving through all of us. I have experienced that. So before we close tonight, I want to leave you with a little nightcap for your soul. If you're listening, I invite you to take a breath with me now. Inhale. And exhale. And let these words settle into your spirit. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of rest. I am not alone on this journey. My healing matters. And I love and honor who I am. Let that be the last sip you take with you tonight. Thank you all for sharing this first night with me. If this spoke to you, I love for you to subscribe and come back for more, as I'm excited to start this journey with you and see how much you grow with me. And if you know someone who could use a little nightcap for their soul, share this with them. Together, we're building something real, something healing. Until next time, loves, be gentle with yourself and have a good night.